Well, certainly a bittersweet day. Kind of knew that this day could come at some point. It doesn't make it any easier, personally or professionally, to see Darren leave. But excited for him, excited for his next opportunity here at West Virginia. Know he'll make the most of it, and know that Mountaineer fans will grow to love him as much as Bulldog fans did here. Yeah, I'm so appreciative of the 6 years that he had here and the impact that he had on so many people's lives, just in terms of what he did for not only our program and our department, but our university and our community. He came in and just exceeded all of our expectations in terms of what was capable of being the head men's basketball coach at Drake University, and I'm just really grateful for the opportunity to have been around him and for how he's made me better as an athletic director, made our department better. So we'll move forward here and be grateful for the time that we had, and that's with him, but also pivot knowing that we find ourselves in a much better spot here today than we have really at any point in our program's history. And I base it on the fact that the alignment we have from the university, from our trustees to our president, through our athletic department, the success that we've proven to have. What our fans have done for this program over the last number of years has really positioned it to be a leading program, not only in our conference, but in college basketball. And I have no doubt that we can continue that as well. So excited about what comes next. Know the interest has been great. My phone and email are proof of that. We'll see where these next handful of days will take us.
Obviously a pretty quick turnaround from Thursday's game to tonight. Can you walk us through the timeline of events, at least from your perspective?
Sure. Darren and I have been always open about opportunities, that would pop up, and so not a huge surprise. I knew that this was on the radar. Knew that there would be some interest. Had a conversation. I've known the West Virginia AD, Ren Baker, for a number of years. Actually, have known him longer than I've known Darren. And so, Ren called on Friday and just kind of wanted to get my thoughts. And like I've done for a lot of our other employees, coaches or otherwise, if they've done a good job here, then I'll be honest with them and tell them kind of what I see as their strong suits, maybe some areas that could use some improvement. But yeah, Darren deserved an opportunity to talk with Ren about his position, and I'm not surprised that Ren has offered him this opportunity.
Was this discussed prior to March Madness?
This Pacific.
Him exiting?
Thinking back at the time, there's when jobs come open, there's always discussions about what it could look like. Darren's got it in his contract that he has to ask for permission, to talk to other schools. So I would say that we've always had a very open discussion, conversations about any jobs that have opened up and what that could look like.
Ryan, in this day and age, a coaching change can mean a completely new roster.
Sure.
How do you approach that, and does that make this a search that has to be quicker?
Oh, I'm not going to rush the hire just because of that, Todd. It's that the portal works both ways. And so folks go, folks come. The important thing is that we get the right person in here. We need to move quickly, but I don't want to hurry so fast that we end up hiring the wrong person. So we'll look to get going on this very soon, and because we know that it has a pretty significant impact on the management of our roster.
Is Tucker going with him?
I'll let him kind of answer that. That's more of a family decision. So he's not been asked to be put into the portal at this point, if that's what you're asking.
You mentioned the part of his contract that he had asked for permission to have these conversations. Was there any part of his contract that included a buyout or any penalty for him leaving early?
Sure. Yep.
Not willing to disclose.
No.
Was there prior conversation to determine about him wanting to talk to other?
Oh, there's always conversations. Yeah, there's always discussions that happen throughout the year of what could or would happen.
What will be the interest in the job now as compared to when you hired Nico?
I didn't hire Nico. I hired Darren.
Darren. Sorry, after Nico left.
Okay. I think it'll be greater than it was before. I mean, the fact that we've been to 3 tournaments in the last 4 years, I think shows that you can have success here. I think the level of interest from our community, from our fan base, from our alumni, is at a different point now than it ever has been in our history. So I am very bullish on what the future of the Bulldogs can look like.
How were these 6 years with Darren?
They're fantastic. Yeah, he's been a great friend. He's someone that has changed my life professionally and personally. I know that we'll stay close over time. I was talking. I've got my oldest is 13 years old, and told him the news before I came down here a little bit ago. And I had to share with him the same advice that people often give to others. Don't be sad that it's over. Be happy that it happened. And that's kind of how I look at it. Is that I sat in here 6 years ago, almost to the day, and it's like day 102 for me as an athletic director, and went through the search to hire the next Drake men's basketball head coach, and Darren was the guy that earned the opportunity, and he had never been a head coach either, and so the two of us kind of grew up together. Him learning how to be a head coach, me learning how to be an athletic director. I think we both did some good things. We both made some mistakes along the way, but we made each other better. And so my professional and personal relationship with Darren has always been terrific, and I don't expect that to change.
Do you approach this search with a little bit more confidence with 6 years under your belt now, rather than 100 days?
Yes and no. I'd say I probably ignorance was probably bliss. At 6 years ago, I didn't know what I didn't know, and but I feel great about more so where we find ourselves as a department and as a men's basketball program. That it's going to yield really quality candidates. Again, anytime I go into a search, my focus is always on the criteria that we want to put in place and not the candidates. So it doesn't matter. And Danny knows this from any other hires that we do on campus, and David as well, that whether it's a coach or an assistant director of anything in our department, it starts with criteria, and then you fall in love with criteria, and you don't fall in love with any individual candidate. And so you kind of build out that list. And when I met with the team earlier today, asked them for their input, and I've already had one of the team members reach out asking for a conversation tomorrow, just so they could kind of maybe share with me kind of what the traits and characteristics should be as we kind of go into a search here. That will help kind of inform kind of the list of criteria we put together. There are certain items that are on every search that we look for here at Drake. Energy, passion, vision are things that we have to have in any position here. And then from there'll be some unique aspects that will be specific to this job. Somebody who wants to be the head coach at Drake, not just a head coach, that understands and accepts and is excited about the opportunities that will be put in front of them at a school like Drake. So, I feel really good about kind of where we're at, and I knew this day would come. So I'll be ready to move forward here and go through this process